Togozani, I am Kwabadimu, the advocate of Ilozi, and I welcome you to my channel. Thank you so much for choosing to view my video, and I welcome you. Well, welcome to Diary Sessions. It's been long overdue. I know I have been AWOL, and I haven't been AWOL because I have nothing to do, but it is because I have been just inundated with work and my 3 city tour has resumed. So I was busy with that and stressing over that, and it's just been one of those moments you cannot relive, and my tour began with Pretoria. So this past weekend, since today is the last day of March, the last day of March, I was like, let me do my last video, because from April I want us to now kick up gear. We still had some spiritual things to do, and they've been putting me in afternoon classes and night classes, so there's so much to unpack. So I just wanted to just pack everything into one video and recap and put it as a diary session, so that at least we are on the same level. So it's been a spiritual up and down. I do not want to lie. For me, these months are just not easy for me, and when it comes to April, and every year it's like I relive my traumas, the depression, the frustration, and this year I don't know, but it's just having me up the walls, guys. But other than that, I have been trying so hard to look after myself and working on myself as much as I could. So coming back to the tour, well, the tour was amazing. It went super beautiful. First of all, to Pretoria people, that guys, I love you, and to the clients that had to travel so far and come to Pretoria, I appreciate you guys. You made my workload very much easier. I actually was pulling most of the workload, alone, and thanks to everyone that was assisting me, that was helping me, whenever I needed the help, supporting me from the background. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. All of this was just a vision, and now seeing it come to life, I'm like, baby girl, look at yourself. And the reason I started the tour in Pretoria, I chose Pretoria in particular. Pretoria was the city where I grew, I discovered myself. I became this, person that you see today. Being like a Twasi while I was in Pretoria, but Pretoria shed a lot of layers in me, and me being around that place just gave me goosebumps to say, look, now I'm coming back as this person, and I was such a different person then, and I battled so many things to the point of, I remember people I was living with thought I was crazy. I would in the middle of the night, find myself walking in the middle of the street, not knowing where I'm going, hearing people calling my name, it was just, hectic times, and you don't know what to say. You don't know who to talk to. You don't know what to say. You don't know what the hell is going on with you. I lost, a lot of things, and regained a lot of things. I lost my sight. That's when I had to come home and Zabokoko. So Pretoria is very significant for me, and all the cities that I chose, they all serve as spiritual significance to me. Don't be like, Coco, why are you not coming to my city? With the whole 3-city tour, I am going to add a few pit stops in the middle. So you might, your city might be selected, but we'll see how things go, because I don't want to overload myself, because I don't think none of you want to be consulted by my assistant, whoever you want me particularly. So I was so excited to meet everyone that is there, and it is so refreshing having to see someone that's like, Gogo, I'm just here for you. You changed my life. You don't understand. And I was like in awe. You never really understand the impact you have on someone's life until they come to you and they tell you. And I honestly be like, it is not me, honestly. Me na ngumpo, I wouldn't do all of this. It is from my ancestors. So it's one of those things, but I am grateful. And East London, you are up next, so bookings are open for that. But other than that, my April calendar is open. Work continues as usual for consultations, any services you need from me. yeah, just reach out on my WhatsApp line, and don't call on that line, because apparently there's someone that's using that line. MTN, I don't know what's wrong with MTN, but we don't use that line. So calling that line is a waste of your time. All you need to do is just send in a WhatsApp, and we'll respond to you. So there's been a backlog of messages on WhatsApp and with orders and all of that. I'm really sorry. Everything has just been a mess. It is a new month tomorrow, so allow us to start on a clean slate. So with that being said, amongst everything else, mental health is important. And I think that's what I took from my trip. I got to be alone, and I got to, learn a lot of things, rediscover. And I've grown, so much as a person, from that girl that was staying in Pretoria, confused, to what or who I am today. It's two different people. And now it's so weird that walking around, people recognize you. Like, it's so weird. People recognize you, and they like give you that look, and it's so different now that you need to understand that you're not just anyone anymore. And and we all are going through our spiritual struggles, especially on the day of the river cleansings. I came across a lot of energies, a lot of people, and to me it was like, if you're still sitting and not doing anything with your life and too relaxed, you need to get yourself in check. You need to get yourself in check. People are not out here, sleeping on themselves and doing whatever. People, they are standing up for their lives. It's one of those things. And like, you bump into those sangobas that look at you and think, how is she a sangoba? Who is she? I'm like, whatever. But anyway, great things, happen. But I'm just happy everything was a success. I wasn't sleeping honestly last week. It was just horror. I was just nervous. But one thing that brought to attention is that, indawo lezi esinikezwa zona ukuthi sisebenzise for cleansing and anything else, it's important that you guys clean up after yourself. There's river I used to use, and I will no longer use that river because of ukungcola and people not cleaning after themselves. I'm tired of getting there and cleaning after amareza wenu akhathele adala agcabe kusise apartheid namnemithi yenu eningayigayanga. And I'm just tired. I'm just tired. Amagazwi nkuku. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I mean, I don't know. And another thing is that you go to these places and you find people who are snacks towards you. I mean, the problems I would have at the river I used to go to, it was annoying because you'd be there and they'd be waiting on you like, this was katabani, and I get, you know what, guys, I would, the last time I lost it, I told those labo mama labayana, like, no disrespect meant, but I told them, you don't respect anyone. Sizele into one la, we're here for healing, and you come here and you wait and you pout, uzo pout talana. Two, how are you gonna pray ukwele is shit because ukwele is shit? That is disrespect. So it's not good when like, it was just disrespect upon disrespect because they even weren't respecting anything. So I told Uguti, you acting the way you're acting up, which God are you praying to? Which lozi all pashlayo or so important or extravagant? Emanzini ya respect guys, and no one is better than the other, and it is worse when you have clients with, the problem I have is because I go there looking like Beyonce, not literally, but you feel me, you get there just because I'm just kidding, but just because I'm young and just because I'm not typical, you get people that give you those looks and they don't like, it would get to a point where I'm working and people are literally so like, it will get boring. So I was like, I'm no longer gonna use that place. for obvious reasons, and I passed it and I was like, I'm tired. Linda Olena, it was a good place, but emotion abantu. Zitandeni. There was a point, there was a day I went for cleansings and kwafika these people and this big gobela, like and just like go, we're here Izolo and sakhuluma nomnikazi wamanzi so besikhohle ukwenza into eyiwali sikhohle ukuphula ikhamba. Here I am with a client, they got there, phihlele lenza ikhamba lakhona, and then they left that khamba there. Who's supposed to clean that up? Huh? And two, wasn't I there to work? So I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired when I go to these type of situations because I know baby girl don't have time for shit. But now I also was like, you know what, I am tired. So there's a reason why I don't like Izangoma, guys. Because one, I don't know. You have this entitlement of feeling like your ancestors are better than someone else's ancestors. Honey, we all are better. And so, okay, we deserve the equal respect. But if you would just look at people the same, that's why I have zero tolerance for Izangoma. I don't even, because Aba respectani, they will just undermine you for anything and everything, you know. And it was just one of those things, you know. So it's one of those things that are there that keep on happening and there's nothing you can do about it. But amanzi ayahlonishwa, guys. If we still want, that is why kubekwe umnikazi wamanzi. The whole concept of umnikazi wamanzi or umnikazi wenqaba, it's because bazo protect le ndawo lezi. So nina nihlahloniphi. Imagine the things you do when you get there. Like ziyathusa. It gets to a point, like it gets terrifying. But anyway, we're not here for that. I was just here to tell you about recapping on my month, how it's been. It's been okay, and my son turned 2, and yay! A lot has happened, but I'm so grateful that everything happened as it is. But it was coming back to the mental health thing. There's a reason why Izangoma Kudala bezihlala at the ends of the world, in caves and all these things, because coping with stresses of life when you're a spiritual person, it is not easy. It gets overwhelming. I am too. I decided to get someone to talk to. You heal so much people, you do so much spiritual work, and who heals you? Who do you offload to? Your gavela won't heal you. This is more like a lot of things, because some of the things you deal with clients are sometimes situations you yourself have been through yourself. So sometimes they trigger you emotionally, and I'm always drained, I'm always tired. It's so, coming from our families, Emma Kaiwait, just saying I'm drained, I'm emotionally tired, they'll be like, yeah, vilapa, and all of this, you withdrawing from things. They don't pick up that you are not okay. Like, I'm not okay. I haven't been okay for the longest time, but I was like, let me sort some professional, help and get someone that I can talk to, so that I can offload, because I don't want to offload to my friends. I don't want to offload to my, but I want to offload, to someone that can understand where I'm coming from and where I don't feel judged, and I discovered a lot of things like that now I'm going through. I haven't gone through them. I would just put them behind me. There's childhood traumas. There's who postpartum depression I'm still battling with. There is a lot of things that are there that I haven't myself. And then there is this mental health that is in our spirituality. Spirituality is freedom, it's beautiful and all of these things, but it is emotionally, physically, and spiritually draining. And it is important to do some self-care every now and then. And sometimes it is very hard to do some self-care, because imagine you wake up and you're not feeling okay, and coming from our African homes, yeah, and it's just draining. You be like, what the hell? Or you wake up and you don't even want to wake up, be like, and all these things, but in deep down we are drowning. You go through so much abuse, you come back, you struggle to find yourself, because you come back literally, and then now there's matters of life, and then there's clients, and then all these things. There's so many things. I was like, I'm gonna have a channel to be open about everything, my journey. I am human like you, I'm going through life like you, but I'm here to tell you that there is nothing wrong with saying you are not okay. You know, there is nothing wrong with saying that I am not coping. I need some time off, or I need this, or I need that. It's something that has been there, but I've been ignoring, thinking I'm supposed to be okay because I help so many people. And what's the point of that? Some things are internal, some things are just deep. You know, you cannot voice it out to anyone. And even with you watching this video, going through a spiritual journey, it's traumas that are going to trigger you. That is why it's becoming so frustrating. So sometimes it's good to speak to someone that is neutral, or someone that can understand where you're coming, where you will not feel judged. Because it's so annoying having a conversation with someone and all the time lousy. Sometimes you just want someone that's coming from a neutral stance to be like, you know what, you're gonna be fine, let's do things like this, let's do that. You know, unlike you feeling like you have to be someone or pretend to be somewhere you're not. So me also having my channel, it's one of the therapeutic measures, because I leave whatever I leave here, and I get to cope. But eventually all these things boil down to looking after yourself. We are spiritual people, but we also need to take care of our physical selves. And that is very important. That is very important. That is what I wanted to tell you, that spirituality, it is draining. People that are having the time of their lives, I look at them and think they're not having it. You know, when you are there, you know, because as a healer, you heal, but who heals you? You offload. Sometimes you pour from an empty cup, you know, but because you can't voice it out, you cannot. All the time you expect it to be sometimes you just need some quiet time to yourself. Sometimes you need that losication. Sometimes you just need to disconnect. Sometimes you need, so it's one of those things. So I'm here to tell you that mental health is something you work on. Anye kuting right overnight. You work on it. Eventually you work on it. And being a spiritual person, or rather umuntu gifted from your childhood, you are a broken child. I remember certain things about my childhood, that I've always been this broken child, you know, leading up to now, because I've always been the black sheep. You know, I've always been the black sheep. I've always been the outcast at school, in my family, you know, and I was never heard, you know, and it's painful. I don't want to cry about it anymore. It's a new month, but I'm just trying to tell you that we all human, and we are all going through this thing called life. You know, work on yourself as much as you can. Work on yourself as much as you can. So I'm also taking my day at a time. And you know, the scary part is, the younger you are, you go into izinto ezidlozi, the more spiritual load it is. And the later you go into izinto ezidlozi, the more traumas you have, and you have to unpack all of those things. So spiritual journey is not just about uktwasa. It is about peeling the layers, because you need to heal. You know, and once something is triggered in your life, you need to face it, heal, and then move on to the next thing, you know, because you are being prepared for the next level. Sometimes you grow through what you go through. I just turned into Ian Lavanzand over just, yeah, but you grow through what you go through. And everything you are experiencing in life, it is a preparation for your notebook, for your healing journey. You can't heal without experience. You need guti unye elifini, inyise life, so that you heal better. You understand. I told you that I sit in my Dumba. I wear many hats. I am a psychologist. I'm a therapist. I'm a relationship counselor. I am a sexologist, whatever it is you want to call it. But there's no area, you know, I'm a financial advisor, I am a social worker, I do all of these things in one. And it's always my purpose, but the purpose is demanding. It is demanding, because ngapha you're trying to balance having a life. I need to balance having, it's just a lot. So find a way for you to cope. That is why some people never, you know, sometimes the connection between amadlozi is sometimes evaluated with these traumas and these depressions and these stresses we're going through. Sometimes it's good to push that reset button and start over. But the word I want to use here, it is to heal. Healing is very important. Someone will tell you that I also right. Those words make me want to strangle. Like they make me want to do that, because the word you're supposed to use is uzopola. That is just all I need to hear. Not right. When? Give me 1,000,000. Give me 2. Give me 4. But eventually we heal. And we heal as a people, we heal as a nation. So go through whatever it is, but understand that if you ignore it and you put things there, eventually they're gonna catch up with you. Even this thing will go to you, whatever you go through, you're not supposed to talk about it. I went through that for a long time, and honey, it wasn't pleasant. I locked my ndumba for a year out of anger, not understanding what went through. I remember the last time I was venting and Ndumba was like, you guys, if any of you say to me, I need to go, because you walk in the street and you meet these people, but I'll get in. You know what? Those people are bored and broke. Are beat up, bored and broke. Don't listen to those people. You had to go through what you go through. No matter what happened to your journey, honey. Don't sit here and be depressed and think when azange waqeda or this what happened. Everything happened as how it was supposed to happen. It happened because whatever happens to you, it is, listen, you are creating or rather growing through every experience. Guze, in your healing journey, you know where to refer to.